Okay, if you're just joining, guys, I literally just putting a sell stop in underneath here. Let's get our 50 points. Okay, so T1 is set. T2 is set. All right, let's see what happens now. Low is 44.0127. 44.01. Okay, so we are live now. We've got looking for a range trade here on gold, traded back down to the bottom of the range. We're seeing the tennis ball effect kicking in. We've got in the smaller bodies, nice big wick up. Hey, Sandra, how you doing, bud? Yep, we are live. It is a late one. Unfortunately, I had hospital to attend, so hence the late one. I promised everyone I would make up for the one that I missed this afternoon because of hospital appointments. So I'm live now. Looking for sells on gold as we speak. So yeah, sells are in. Or pending order is placed anyway. I'm going to stick a 20. Now, long orders for me now, guys, will either come when we form new support down here, or we break around. What price point is that? 41.50. So in order for me to look for longs now, I want to see a closure above 42.50. Do have a pending sell stop in place. I'm just going to put a little bit of music on in the background. So how's everyone getting along? How are you, Sandra? Have you had a good period of trading since you come back, since moving home? Or are you just getting back into the swing of things? Who else have we got in here today? Yeah, I know it's a very late one from me. But we are going to approach London fix in about 45 minutes. Good afternoon, Ana de Bolos. How's your day been? I'm waiting for the answer of disciplined. Like it. Okay, well, markets have been wild. Have you had a good day, Anna? Who else we got in here? Oh, fantastic, Anna. No trades. I like it. Yeah, just the ones from this morning's live stream for me as well. I've got a pending sell stop in now on gold. Who else we got coming? I'm liking the discipline, Anna. Erin, how you doing? Yeah, below the 15-minute candle. I'm looking at this range and tennis ball effect kicking in. So you see how these big momentum candles, the bodies have started to decrease in size and the wicks have started to get bigger. Now we'll see how this candle forms. This one forms as a seller candle, then if we don't hit TP1, I will be surprised. Right, who else has jumped in? I can see a few more people have arrived. Just let me know who's here. Say hello. Tell me where you're logging in from, what part of the world. Have you had a good day, quiet day, amazing day, absolutely terrible day? Don't have any tissues. I'm desperate to blow my nose. I mean, to be fair, Sandra, the 30 is fine as well. I've got it just underneath that wick, but if you want to move it, I just think once it breaks one of the lows, it's going to go. Hey Vic, how you doing? So let's see what happens anyway. I've not even seen anything today since this morning session. I've been out of the house, literally just walked straight back in. Let me pull up Trading View over here so I can have a look at Nasdaq, see what's going on. Not a lot. I think it's going to be a quiet day. Yeah, definitely going to be a quiet day, I think. That can go now. News has been out. Now, I generally don't look at 4-hour charts because we know how the 4-hour charts can look different from broker to broker. I'm just having a look at it on gold over here at the minute. Right, let's see what happens now. See if we break the lows. Afternoon, guys. See a few more have just jumped in. If this is your first time to the live stream, well, welcome. We're price action traders. Just focus on market structure, price action, gold. 50 pips, 100 pips, 200 pips. 50, 100, 200. Pleasure, Chartmaster. Marianne, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Whereabouts are you logging in from, Marianne? Okay, break even, guys. Okay, TP1. There we go. Easy pickings. Okay. We stopped, but it doesn't matter. TP1. Nanosecond. Let me know if you got that trade. Now we're just going to wait for this candle to close. Pleasure, Mariam. So we just dropped another $1,000 into the piggy bank. Oh, damn it. Yeah. Right. 1 second, guys. I just need to go and blow my nose. 1 second. Right. There we go. Sorry about that. Vic. Oh, we've got the family. I love it. Hi, Mariam. Are you as good at baking as Tiff? We did experience Tiff's cookies on our last course, so I'll be expecting the same from you, Marianne, if not better. um, okay, so listen, guys, what we're going to wait for now is we're going to wait for a little bit more confirmation. I was aggressive with that trade. We're going to wait for a bearish candle close. So if we get the bearish candle close here, what's going to happen is next candle, hopefully we'll see a wick up and then we'll place a sell stop underneath the low of this 15-minute candle. She certainly is. Okay, so like I say, this is what I'm going to wait for. We've got 1 more minute to wait for this candle to close. So 1 minute to go. This candle closes with a black body. We've got a bearish candle. Then we're going to wait for a wick up, and then we're going to sell the low. So the wick up just means that a white body is going to be showing. That means buyers are initially moving the price higher. And we look at this as a bow and arrow effect. So we're looking for price to go up. That's the bow being pulled back. As the bow lets go, the arrow projects forward. So what we want to see here is we want to see the white candle going up. This is buyers pushing the price up, attracting more sellers to the market, at which point we're going to have a sell stop underneath this low. We're looking to effectively trade with momentum. Don't want to try and catch it at the top. We're just looking to trade with momentum. So we've got about 3 seconds for this candle to close. Okay, so it has closed. We need a top wick, and then we can look to sell. There we go. Now, if we have a really big wick pushing up near these highs, I'll place a stop underneath the low of this candle, looking to trade a flip. So I'm going to place this now. Let me just have a look, see what the low of that candle is. 96.44. That's okay. So I'm just going to drop the TPs in. So we're going to go 50, 100, and so as price hits our first TP, what will happen is the stop loss will go straight to break even. Break even being our entry price. Now, just looking back, each time when it's come down from the top, the move from the top hasn't been as clean as the move up. So expect us, if we do hit TP, don't expect it to run and hit T2 and T3 because the way it's got there the last few times has been a bit sluggish. Like it's had a move down, then it's gone back up, it's had a move down. So let's have a look previously. Set off, took out the highs again, and then it's come back to structure. So yeah, we'll see. All right, a few more people have just joined us. Let me know who's in. Say hello. Let me know where you're from, whether you're a new trader, experienced trader, somewhere in the middle, yet trying to find your feet. Feel like you're gambling and trading on emotions as opposed to through rule-based systems. Just let me know if that sounds like you. You have some good days, but then good weeks, but then one bad day wipes out all the good in it. If that sounds like where you are, just let me know. Now, for those of you that are looking at joining, we always do run different offers throughout the course of the year. But when you're just starting out, it's always better maybe to just try doing 1 month, see if you like the community. Admittedly, you'll see a lot of the community turning up on here quite a lot of the time, so you'll get a feel for what they're like, and not just because it's our community. I'm going to say it is a great community. The ones that turn up every day and put effort into their trading, they're doing super, super well. Um, so if you are thinking about upping your trading game and want to have a lot of structure, then the best way to do it is just click on this link. I've just posted it in the chat. Try us for a month, and then you'll get a good feel and a good sense of what we're like, what we're doing, and how we get the results, what we do. Don't think there's anything on Nasdaq that I'm interested in, so I'm only going to look at gold at the minute. Yeah, I'm not. To be fair, if Nasdaq sold off, I'd be interested underneath 24,000. Ah, cheers, Sandra. Sandra's a. When did you join us, Sandra? Was it about October time? And he's had a lot of payouts. And he's even had October, November. Yeah, Vic. You've got competition here with Sandra. I think Sandra's had more payouts than you, mate. So Vic and Sandra, you got a little bit of friendly competition. Anna's hot on the heels as well. How's stage 3 going, Vic? Yeah, this is the beauty. I mean, listen, the one thing about trading, we can have personal battles with ourselves to be better each day. We can have little friendly battles in the community, and it's not, oh, I've done better than you. It just you're pushing yourself to be better. And when someone does well, it's great because you want to do as well as that person. And if that person can get a $10,000 payout, why can't I get an $11,000 payout? Yeah. So why not? If someone's had a 20,000, if someone's had a 5,000, if they've had it, you can get it. You can get more. Just focus on the discipline, the rest will follow. We had Kaylin this morning, one of our members, him and his wife. They've been doing ICT for years and not had any payouts, any success, wasted loads of money. And this morning he passed his phase two, sent me a really, really nice message. Not sure if you've seen it on, I posted it in the Success Stories group, guys, if you haven't seen it. I did also post it on social media. So listen, I'm just going to read out what Kaylin said this morning because, you know, this is basically the best bit about doing what I do. It's not from I'm doing this anyway, right? I'm trading, but the best thing about, you know, being live and trading with the community is when someone like this says, "Good morning, Mark. I just want to say a big thanks. And this morning I passed my first account since he started trading. I'm very happy. Three exclamation marks. Since I joined your group, everything changed step by step and slow. The big thing I learned is discipline because this was my big issue." There you go, guys. You can have the best system in the world, but if you aren't disciplined, it's never going to pay you. Not going to complete stage 3 this month, but doing okay. Yeah, Vic, don't worry about completing it this month. All we want you to do is complete it. Yeah, because remember, at the end of the day, every payout is a huge win to our team, our members. It just shows what we do works. It's just sticking to the process. And if you do make a mistake, and if you do take something for an emotional reason, that's okay too as well. You're human, you know? It's just acknowledging what you did, trying to make sure it doesn't happen again, which it probably will do, but don't beat yourself up about it. You just go, right, okay, that was a mistake. Hold my hands up. Now we go again. So we are looking for sells underneath this 15-minute bearish candle. Um, So we've got a sell stop underneath this low here. You can see the market came down here, had a rally, came down here, had a rally, broke through it this time. But look, when it broke through here, it actually popped up, tested the level again and sold off. So maybe we're going to do something similar, which is we come down, we tap, we go back up again, then we break through. Who knows? But in 35 minutes, we've got London fix. So I expect to see something happen. Yeah, if you are watching, guys, and you've taken some pips or you've been enjoying the stream, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. It does make a big difference if you do these little things that take you 2 seconds. And it makes a difference for how our video gets put out in the algorithm. The less interactions we get, the less the algorithms will work in our favor. So any gesture from you guys of acknowledgement, a comment, a like, a share, whatever it is always appreciated. So as you can see, we've done 3 trades today. We've had 3 wins. Nothing spectacular. All 3 TP1s and then stopped. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this order in. I'm not gonna do anything different with it. Oh, I just realized. Okay. Uh, Gold is pushing. Right, what? I've got feedback again. Do not know why this is happening. Vic Dade. Oh, right. No, it's still here. Can you still? So I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to work out why I keep hearing my own voice. It's driving me nuts. Don't know what that means. I'm just gonna have to mute it. I don't understand what's going on, so I do apologize. Right, let's just have a look at Nasdaq, see what's going on. Okay, so alerts set underneath 23,950, somewhere underneath here. If we get a close below, we can look for sales. Erin, like yourself, my balance shows USD. I often question if showing GBP would make my trading easier. What are your thoughts? I prefer dollars, and the reason I prefer dollars is when I trade at a fixed lot size. So I know that every one lot is going to give me $100 every dollar gold moves. Or I know, for example, if you wanted to trade at every point one, you know, every point one, it's going to give you $10 and so forth. Yeah. So 0.01 will give you $1 every dollar it moves. So I prefer to trade in. I prefer to trade in dollars because I know exactly what the P&L or loss is very, very quickly without even um, highlighting it, if that makes sense. If it's pounds, then you can still do the math, but you've just got to do the conversion as well. So these candles, they're really flattening off. This usually is, if we're going to get a close like this in the next 2 minutes, this type of price action usually would insinuate the top of a market before a little bit of a so it might only be a small sell-off. It could come all the way down. It could be a bigger sell-off. But this type of price action usually insinuates the market has found a top and there's likely to be a correction of some sort. So those that are familiar in the group, we call it a tennis ball effect. And the reason we call it a tennis ball effect is if you've got any kind of ball and you throw that ball at the floor or the ceiling or the wall, what happens to the ball? What happens to the ball when it hits the wall, the floor, the ceiling? So we've got 10 seconds left of this candle. Bounces off. Okay, yeah, it bounces off, but what happens to the shape of the ball? Does the ball stay the same size? Does it change? And if so, how does it change? Didn't bring any bloody tissues back with me. So what happens, guys? Yeah, Vic, it compresses. That a ball does not stay the same shape. If it stayed the same shape, it'd be like a rock. When it hit the floor of the wall, it just wouldn't bounce. You just go, buh. So what we look at in terms of price action, when we're looking for price to find, let's say, a top or a bottom, when price is looking to turn from buyers to sells or sells to buyers, I'm always looking at the size of the bodies. Are we starting to shrink and decrease in size as we come into that turning point? And if we are we also getting more wicks? Because the wicks highlight as well that the market tried to push higher or tried to push lower and reject. So this is what we're looking for now. Trading and physics. That's that's me. That's me all day long, isn't it? The scientist. Christ, I've been called a lot of things. Probably isn't one of them. So, Mr. Buckley, good afternoon, sir. How are you? So we've got a sell stop underneath this bearish 15-minute candle. Now, to be fair, if we wanted to be a little bit aggressive, nah, I'm not. If we were in trend now, I would sell underneath this low. But because we're not in trend and we're in a range, it's not the right time to be taking a flip. Yeah, I need to sharpen up a few skills. IT definitely being one of them. There's a lot of things I need to sharpen up on. Work in progress, as they say. Work in progress. But yeah, if this had been a strong trending market to the downside, this here underneath this candle would be a sell for me and looking to fill that wick. So, so we'd have been in the trade now if it was a strong trend. It's not, which is why that I'm not taking it. But let's see what happens. Let's see if it fills the wick. It 25 minutes for London fix. What are we thinking, guys? Gold up, gold down. Anyone got a viewpoint? If you do, please share. What are we thinking? Let's assume we took that sell. What would be safe stop loss? This candle high or the last candle high? So if you were taking that, sorry, this one here, when it flipped, if you were taking that, right, I would be closing half if it broke this high, and I would leave my stop loss above this high. So if it broke this high, I'd close half off, leave half to run. Bit of a slow mover, this one, isn't it? I'm just going to have a look at the DAX on TradingView. So the sells on DAX would be 22,418 and below. In fact, maybe a bit lower. Let's have a look at the 15-minute chart. 22,365. All right. Now look, this is where the market's tested several times this price, not just here, but back through here when it pushed and then dropped, pushed and dropped. Here it's come down to here literally every time it's tested this price. So let's see what happens. Uh, okay, so what was the question about the stop loss again? If you can just say that again. Sorry, 1 second. If you could just type that question about the stop loss again. Sorry. Let's have a look at the 4 hour. Now look, the 4 hour, so different. But yeah, I mean, 4 hour. Uh, I mean, look, you've got a low, a lower high, a higher low, lower high. This market's like doing this kind of thing. So expect it to break. The question is which way. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm still going to leave this sell stop in where it was. How would we place the stop loss on this 30-minute candle? Well, look, the stop loss right now, because we've got a sell stop underneath the low of this bearish candle here and the stop loss above the high. There was a question earlier in relation to when this candle was white and bullish, would I take flip entry? And I said, had this market been in a downtrend and strong market movement and this being a correction and we're looking for the market to then continue its impulsive move lower, then yeah, a flip entry would have been quite nice here. And we'd then say, right, if it broke this high, I would close half of the position, and then if it and my stop loss would be up here. And then next thing is obviously it either takes out the stop loss, and if it does, well, ultimately we're stopped out. Um, If it didn't, then we'd see how it closed. So right now, in theory, if we'd have taken it in a strong trend and we'd broken this high and we got triggered on the flip, we'd have closed half of the position at this point. Then we'd wait to see how this 15-minute candle, this 30-minute candle closed. If it closed bullish without taking out the stop loss, you got a choice: close half or close it all down, and then wait for the next opportunity because it's not doing what you want it to do. Um, that'd be the best thing. Cheers, Anna. Take care, darling. Now, the 15, yeah, look, we've taken out these highs a little bit, but we're still sat in this block, which I would definitely be looking at this as a top being formed. If this fails to push higher and we break its own low, I think we're going to run down quite hard. And that could potentially happen in the next sort of 10, 15 minutes. Now, on the flip side, because it's London fixed, we don't know, the market could go long, it could go short. But there's usually some kind of corrective move around London fix at 4 p.m. That's where the London market resets the gold prices for the following day. If you just Google it, you'll see. Mm. Best sessions to trade. Great question. My personal favorite is pre-London and pre-US. This isn't a normal sort of trading time for me, but I do like the London fix if I haven't traded the US pre-US session. So that's why I'm here. I'm just looking for a corrective move. So as the market has effectively been rallying the last few hours, we're at the top of this range. We've seen sellers come in. Over here, we've seen this sort of tennis ball effect happening. I've been looking for the fade to come back down as the London fix approaches. So that's what I'm trying to do. Just 56 points. Okay, I'm going to make an adjustment to this trade, guys. So because of where we are and how deep this is retraced, if we go to, yeah, what we're on the 15-minute chart, I think if we break its own low, we've got 60 points to fill the wick of the previous candle. Stop loss can go above the highs. So yeah, I'm just gonna see if we're gonna get that false move. So looking at this, take out the low because it's such a bullish candle right now. The odds of it breaking its own low are very, very small. So the likelihood now of this candle breaking its own low are really, really small. So if it is going to break its own low, it's a huge shift in sentiment. I just need to amend these. Okay, so let's set them. So all I've done now is I've just reset the TPs according to the entry price. So we've just had a little reshuffle there on the entry price. Now expect the market to move in the next 5 or 10 minutes. It could spike up to the upside. Now the way that it moves, London fix, don't necessarily expect it to keep going that way. I think it'll be a short, sharp move, and it may be just the market come down to the bottom of this range to then move higher, is what I'm thinking. It may not even come all the way down, but I think the way that I would look at it is I would expect the market to correct on the London fix. That would attract buyers to come back in, and then that probably give it the momentum to break through this 44, 42, 43 level to continue higher. So if we look at this, now I'm not going back to the old school charting. Can you see this, guys? See how the market's doing that. So we're getting lower highs and higher lows. So no clear defined direction at the minute. So at some point, this little pendulum that's been formed is going to break. Now, the old school sort of charting ways would say that the way that you move into these is the way that you move out of them. But I would say just wait for the confirmation. Just because the market had moved down into this symmetrical triangle, pendulum, whatever you want to call it, don't just expect it to continue to the downside. Okay, so that 15-minute candle is now closed, right in the top of the range. Not sure. Let's have a look, see if there's anything coming out of investing. Okay, Nvidia. Washington initiated outreach with Iran. Tech falters. Crude oil futures higher. Uh, what's this? There's blatant insider trading going on. Okay. Uh, they're saying, I mean, I suppose no one's surprised when they hear these rumors. They're saying there's huge insider trading rumors. There's non-stop talk of insider trading in markets, including viral report on about how volumes in stocks and oil futures surged minutes before Trump's post about talks with Iran. At around 6:50 in New York, S&P futures trading on CME recorded a sharp and isolated jump in volume, and then at 7:05, Trump posted the announcement. Okay, so we're 13 minutes away from London fix now. Um, any questions, guys, while we're waiting for something to happen with this market? Another big old daily bottom wick. So yeah, I would like my preference is for the market to go to the upside, but I would like it to drop down, attract some buyers, maybe even try and break it. You know that triangle I just showed you? Maybe try and break out of that triangle and then shoot back to the upside. But just because that's what I'd like it to do doesn't mean it's going to do it. 11 minutes. Now, in 11 minutes, I'll cancel this order if it's still like this, and then we'll wait. If we haven't seen a big drop and we've got triggered in this candle, then I will cancel this order. So let's see what happens here, guys. What's this? Mr. President Trump is too tough to trade. Once he says something, then he say the opposite. He says, "I will go right," he goes left, and sits down. Very difficult. Yeah, right. Coming into the fixed time now. So if it's going to drop, it's going to happen in this next few minutes. Nas is pushing higher. DAX is pushing higher. How are we doing, Marion? If you're still here, does it make any sense to you, or has Vic been teaching you? Not had much chance yet. Too many hours in the lorry. How's the job going, Vic? Busy, busy, or is it easing up? Right. So this next 8 minutes is going to be an interesting 8 minutes. Slowly finding a new routine. That's good to hear. Oops, sorry, pal. Did I just roll over your foot? Sorry, Spence. All right, what are we thinking, guys? Gold to drop or gold to rally? I I don't think we'll have seen anyone post that comment before. No worries, Lightning. Take care, bud. Did you all just see that comment from Lightning? He just said, "Sorry, guys, got to rush. We'll join in 30 minutes if we're still live. I've got to go and milk the cow. She's mooing a lot." And he's being totally serious. He does have to go and milk the cow. Six minutes left. Let's let's hope so, Vic. Be a nice way to finish the stream. Here we go. Once you drop, you can't stop. So remember, auto break even. Let's see if it's working today. No, it's not even popping up. So as soon as if I get a blue 350, I'm just hitting stop loss at entry. Here we go. It's time to fix a few problems. Ah, And 3, 2. Definitely trying. Same 1 minute candle as last time. We should get target. All right, get ready with your stop loss at entry, guys. 70%, so that's 35 pips. Ooh. So I got triggered there, probably by the spread I didn't see, but I didn't see it break the lows. Oh, the spread's all right. Oh dear me. That's okay. 25 seconds. Eight seconds. All right, let's see that big drop now, please. And here we go. Now, trade management, guys, because of this candle formation here, if this candle now breaks the low of this, what we're going to do is we're going to bring our stop all the way from here to above the high of this candle like that. So as soon as it breaks the low, there we go. So big um, reduction in risk there. So 35 pips, we move stops to break even. If we get stopped out, we get stopped out. We've reduced risk down to a couple of grand. All right, 35 pips. There we go, break even, guys. See if we can hit that TP1. So close. Come on. Come on, don't disappoint us. Ah. Okay, so let's update the results. So today we got one win, so that's 121, and that takes us to 41. And then we've had a break even, so that takes us to 25 and 12. So there we go, guys. So that's us done for today. We'll call it the end of the day. was very close to maybe we were what, I don't know, 2-3 pips away from a TP1 there. But there was a little bit of slippage as well because it has cost us $400, but it stops her at break even. Any questions there, guys? No worries. It was a late one today, Commander. It was a late one because I had hospital appointments. Then we didn't start till about 3 o'clock, I think it was. So yeah, but yeah, just finishing up now. So we have one break even, one win. So sorry about that. Cheers, Marianne. Take care, darling. Lovely to see you. And for those of you interested in joining, I'm just going to share the link again. It's a Stripe link. It is a monthly contract. You can cancel at any point. You just need to let me know, and we'll do that. If you've got any questions in the meantime, you can drop me them on Telegram or on WhatsApp. WhatsApp contact number is in the description of this video. So, guys, take care. Look forward to seeing maybe a few new members, some of you that keep turning up here on YouTube. Be nice to see you in the community. All right, guys, take care. Have a great evening, and I'll see members first thing in the morning. Bye bye.